Oh, God, I hate that one too. So crampy. You're like crampy little spaces in the.
In a minute. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me. I'm back. Again with a video. I'll be there in a second. I got everybody yelling for me, so I'll be back momentarily. So just watching. When I get back, I'll be back in 10 seconds or an hour or something.
An hour. If anybody's watching, he'll be back. His mother needed him. She's a very, very needy kind of woman. You don't mind if I'm slowing the rhythm. I'm really tired of not playing super cute.
Yeah.
What was alcohol?
Alcohol wipes for her
What?
stomach.
Oh,
When I
yeah.
give her a shot. Okay, everybody,
we
I'm
don't
back.
have alcohol. We have the peroxide for.
Sorry for the delay there. I had to go help my mom, um, taking care of mother. It's fun to be a caregiver for the family. I care for my mom, take care of her, help her. The wife had surgery, so I take care of her, help her with things. And then my brother handicapped, I help take care of him. That's why right now.
You might break your back.
That's why right now I'm not walking. I don't walk outside the home because I take care of my family. That's why on my live streams, like if you go to the description on my YouTube video, it has a link for to support my stream. You can go and tip financial tips, like $5 tip or something, just to kind of help me. Because I don't make money. I help and a caregiver, and can't work outside the house right now because I'm just family caregiver. It's a tough job. You have to help with everything. It's crazy. Yeah, if anybody ever feels the urge to tip me, just to kind of give me some help with money and stuff, I could upgrade my Streamlabs thing, or I could do other things. But any donations I get, that money could go towards better streaming stuff or whatever. I'm not saying you have to. Don't take that the wrong way. But anyways, let's get into the game here, since that's what we're here for. So let me pull that up right there. We got the game there. So I like having my view count on there, cause I don't do anything else. But here we are, the game, week 8 of our season here, Pittsburgh versus Cleveland Browns. My team's the Cleveland Browns, as you know. I already went through the relocation process a little bit with the choosing the city they're going to, the name, the uniform. Now you get to choose your stadium. So let's see. We got the basic Canopy Stadium. It's kind of goofy looking, but kind of cool. Then you got the basic Futuristic Stadium. And then you got basic Hybrid Stadium. And you got a Sphere Stadium. Basic Traditional Stadium. Deluxe Canopy Stadium. Deluxe Futuristic Stadium. Deluxe Hybrid Stadium. Deluxe Sphere Stadium. Deluxe Traditional Stadium. And, see fan options on some of these. I think I'll go with this stadium here, the Deluxe Hybrid Stadium. Yeah, we'll go with this one here. Begin construction. So now we got a stadium being built. So now we go to playing the season game. Go to, get going on week 8 here. And get ready. Now remember, everybody, when I do this, there's always a little stop because I have to get it set up to play as the computer playing, not me. Because I don't want to play the game and be messing it up on everybody. You know what I'm saying? And once the game gets going, my voice will be gone until the end of the game. That's my strategy.
see Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns taking on Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah, wait till the second season when we're the new team, the Portland Snowhawks.
In 1999, there's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are... Hi again, everyone, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They come in losers in 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game. So they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Not gonna do it. Gotta wait till after the kickoff. Whatever. No, I'm messing up on it.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the
Yeah, wait till
23.
the plays pop up.
Browns set to go on offense for the first time, led by Baker Mayfield. in
Baker
his 4th season
Mayfield.
now for Oklahoma.
17 interceptions he's thrown this season.
Yards to this point. It's been a tough man to slow down. So this defense certainly has its work cut out.
Okay, go here. Go too slow. Let me turn off the mic. You will not hear me no more on this game, okay? So, see you after the game.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 31, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Mayfield. And finding the tight end Hooper.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Mayfield down. And that's caught by the tight end, Bryant. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
on second down. It's Hunt, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is third down. Here's Mayfield. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Melvin Ingram, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
We talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal? That's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. The kick by Parkey is good, and the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
Steelers here ready to go to work for the first time, and the grizzled vet, Ben Roethlisberger, bringing him out now in his 18th season in the National Football League.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Roethlisberger to throw. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Roethlisberger. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. Now a first down carry for Harris, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Ebron with it over the middle. So the completion there, Charles, looking at this defense, certainly in for a tough task here this afternoon. What are some of the keys for them if they want to come out on top?
Well, the first thing, partner, is they just allow a completion there. They don't want to get a string of those going. Let him get his confidence. Let him get into the rhythm of the game, the flow of the game, and all of a sudden, he's feeling like he can do no wrong. You want to really get after his timing a little bit, knock a few balls away, and make things uncomfortable for him, because if he feels relaxed, you are in for a tough afternoon.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
Partner, you know what I'm going to say before I even say it.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now, a 3-point swing right there.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Beckham and the Browns set to take over again, sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense, kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, that good stuff. Got to knock that off off somehow, chip away at that timing, change things up a little bit, and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, trying to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like the call on 3rd and 2. They were geared up to stop the run. I like the fact they just hit them quick. Little slant route. All about timing there, partner.
Yeah, the timing, everything well executed. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now Mayfield lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They go play action with Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. 42 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Now it's Roethlisberger. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. A line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Here's Roethlisberger. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
Well, the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive, a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Play fake. Mayfield. He completes it to Beckham. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. But it's going to be 2nd down. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. Yeah, the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. A tight one after one on EA Sports. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Chubb. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So that drives 7 plays in length. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
2nd and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun, shedding the tackle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Oh, that's That's a very good run there by Najee Harris, who can take it inside. He can get to the perimeter. He can do it all with his build and his speed. This is a guy coming out of Alabama who did everything for the Crimson Tide. That's why Pittsburgh took him in the first round. Last in the league in rushing as a team last year were the Steelers. They're expecting Harris to kickstart their running game.
Meanwhile, Ben's throw complete there to Smith-Schuster. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris, and not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On the give, this is Harris. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
On 4th down, the rookie Presley Harvin on to punt for the Steelers. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. A very costly holding penalty. It backs them up all the way inside their 10 to start this drive. A give. This is Chubb. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. On 2nd down and 4. Mayfield. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24.
That's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Mayfield on 1st down. Again, he's got that man Landry. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Trucks over him. And he's going to have a Browns 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44. This offense, number 1 in the NFL in picking up 1st downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up 1st downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
A pair of 1st downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Mayfield on play action. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Chubb will get the call running left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Touchdown, Browns. Odell Beckham. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
When you give up a long touchdown drive, you're looking for a silver lining. In this case, it's the fact that your offense had a chance to rest, and now they can come out in the field charged up and ready to go.
Now Parkey for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. Pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Ray McLeod to return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Najee Harris and the Steeler offense set to go to work once again. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. 3rd and 2. Now Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Here we go. Black 20.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger on the draw. It's Harris. Gets around him. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession, and he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play.
Looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. And they start in the best of all positions, first and goal. Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal. Harris. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Now Roethlisberger. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
Great defense there on third and goal. They took away everything. Forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
Boswell's kick is good. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. They got the interception, but very little movement after. That forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. From the 30 on second down, Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now. Hard to believe the half. Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. Melvin Ingram make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on first and second down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on fourth down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on first and second down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Ray McLeod deep for Pittsburgh. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Najee Harris and the Steeler offense set to go to work once again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. Short little throw to Ebron. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 7 yards, the pickup there. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Roethlisberger over the middle, complete. It's Johnson. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we're at halftime here on Halloween, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, make sure you avoid the crazies out there and welcome in everybody to this Halloween edition of our EA Sports halftime report. We begin our journey up at MetLife Stadium, Cincinnati in town to take on New York. And it's the Bengals who have the lead in the second quarter. Joe Burrow with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we head down south to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they trail in their ball game at halftime to the visiting Carolina Panthers. Sam Darnold has a couple of touchdown passes. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Tennessee Titans. The Titans still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. In the game you're watching has been Baker Mayfield with a strong first half. He's thrown for close to 200 yards already, and that's helped propel his guys into the lead. As we send you back to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And the Steeler offense ready to get going here in this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And he finds his target, Ebron. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Short little throw to Ebron. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down. Brings up 4th. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
So here are the Browns to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught over the middle. Hooper. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
2nd and 2. A run for Nick Chubb. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 3rd and short yardage, Mayfield. And a Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, and talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they load him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. Well, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. And I think the Browns got it. They did. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Now Nick Chubb and the Browns get set for their next possession. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
On 2nd and 9. Mayfield, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. This pass complete to Higgins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now Chubb. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And again, it's Chubb. And bulldozing his way through. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 85 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. And now Beckham with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Parkey adds the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. McLeod now on the return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. We focus our attention now on the quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle of the offensive and defensive lines? Low man wins, we talk about that, but we think about it in a running game. Well, guess what? The same thing happens when you're trying to pass protect. Are you low? Are you balanced? Are you in a position where the pass rush won't bowl you over on their way back to the quarterback? They've got to reestablish that in order to try and keep their man upright.
Because they have been bowled over a lot so far in this one.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone. And now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage. And, again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure, but that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Mayfield to throw it. And finding the tight end Hooper. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A gain of 6 there on first. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 2nd down now, it's Harris, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for the Browns TD. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Now Parkey for the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. So now Eric Ebron and the rest of the offensive unit trotting on the field. And a bounce back here for him after a slow start. And sometimes that's how it goes with tight ends. Those catches in their games, they can go in waves at that position.
And you get so locked into stopping them that you think, okay, hey, look at that. We've held him down. And the best ones, you really don't hold down for an entire game. They're going to get their catches. Your job is to keep them from being big-time catches that break you down totally.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Roethlisberger will throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. On 1st down, it's Harris. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 63 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. He gets it complete to Harris. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Working with 2nd and 5 now. They'll run. Here's Harris. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line.
oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done. As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Harris. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Play action. Now Roethlisberger. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Jadeveon Clowney, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Roethlisberger. It's brought in by Harris. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Here's Roethlisberger. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
So out comes the field goal team once more. From the right hash, and call it an even 50 yards. And Boswell's kick is good. And the deficit falls under 20 now. It's a 19-point game. Another 3 on the board. He's been the lone bright spot. That's now 4 field goals.
If this offense had finished a few drives, we'd be looking at a different complexion to this ball game, because right now, the trade is really wrong for them, isn't it? They're trading field goals while the other team's scoring touchdowns. That's not going to work.
The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Working with a 2nd and 3. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 107 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On second down, right back to Hunt. Gets by him at the 25. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 21. It's a 6-yard run. Leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front. And it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
They'll run on first down. Hunt. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. From the gun, Mayfield. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Odell Beckham. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Browns look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. Saying, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Parkey with the extra point, and it will bump the lead up to 26. The score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. McLeod now on the return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And now out come the Steelers. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this fourth quarter. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man complete. That's Harris. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make this a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense. Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Steelers on third down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. Here it's 3rd and 2. To throw again is Roethlisberger. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And the Browns are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. But just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. A broken tackle there, but not a ton to show for it. Tackled just on the other side of midfield. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll get this pretty close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 42. 58 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A give running right is Chubb. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Browns look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
Now, after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. McLeod now on the return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
To throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger able to hit his target, Claypool. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Black 20. Hey, tight. Black 28. Watch twist. Black, what's that?
throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Short little throw to Ebron. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now a second down and 6.
Let's make these babies cry on the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Short little throw to Ebron. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Now Roethlisberger on first down. Short little throw to Ebron. 7 yards, the pickup there. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, that's caught by Claypool. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 21. Now it's Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. To throw again on second down. Roethlisberger. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Here's Roethlisberger. He finds his man, complete. It's Harris. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 3 yards, all they can muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Boswell's kick is good. And that will narrow this, if that's even the right word, to a 30-point deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak.
36. Tackles. Watch 36 to Mike.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Second down, here's Chubb again. And some room to run now. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. run it again with Chubb. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. He needed 9, he got 8. And that's going to leave him with a 4th and 1 on their side of the field. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Here's Jamie Gillen now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Now Parkey for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. McLeod now on the return. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. Back to the air, Roethlisberger after the pick six. He finds his man, complete. It's Harris. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One last shot for Roethlisberger. Completion here to Claypool. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys are just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Cleveland, the victory means they'll up their mark to 5-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, the loss drops them back to
Okay, people. So that was this week's game. So I'm cooking dinner, so my hands are like, oh, they're crazy. Just licking my hands. Anyways, I will let you guys go. See you next week for another NFL Madden franchise mode. Hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you next week. Remember, share, comment, like, subscribe. If you wish to donate, you can go to the link in the description. Support my stream, and $1 here, $1 there, whatever. If you wish to, you don't have to, but if you wish to, you can. As I said at the beginning of this thing, I don't have a job. I don't make money outside the house. So I'm just caregiver, cooker. I take care of things around this house. So, but thank you for watching, and much love.